Welcome to the weekly market wrap-up. Here's what happened in the markets this week. It was a short trading week as the markets on both sides of the border were closed for Labor Day. Once back from holidays, traders delivered a choppy week, teasing record highs only to then disappoint at the close. It was a murky week, but there's a lot to unwind, so let's get to it. The Dow Jones Industrial Average brushed record highs in intraday trading at times this week, but at close on Thursday, it barely moved the needle, sliding just 8.70 points to finish at 17,069. The S&P 500 had also touched record highs twice in intraday trading this week, but the big group of companies could not close the deal and ended up falling below the 2,000 mark to close at 1,997 on Thursday. And the Nasdaq also struggled this week, delivering a mixed bag of results. Finally, on Thursday, the tech-heavy board returned all of its gains, dropping just over 10 points to close at 4,562. Now let's turn to Canadian markets, whose behavior could be described as schizophrenic this week. The Toronto Stock Exchange had surged midweek and looked strong, only to give up over 80 points on Thursday to close at 15,576. The TSX Venture Exchange gave traders a headache on Thursday, dropping nearly 15 points or 1.5% in overall value to close at 995. North American markets started off Thursday on a high note. The European Central Bank surprised investors by announcing that it had cut its benchmark interest rate to a record low and planned to purchase asset-backed securities in an effort to stimulate the region's ailing economy. Some analysts had been expecting the central bank to say it was preparing a new stimulus program, but most did not expect an announcement as early as this week. The ECB said it's trimming its benchmark interest rate to 0.05% from a previous record low of 0.15%. The ECB moves are aimed to make credit cheaper, helping stimulate the growth at a time when the economy of the 18 countries Eurozone has stalled. While the news buoyed markets to intraday highs on Thursday, the gains didn't hold and the market fell back during afternoon trading, as the falling price of oil pushed energy stocks lower. Oil closed the day down 1.1% at $94.45 a barrel, dropping after government data showed that the U.S. supplies fell less than expected last week. Digital Ally, the high-def body camera maker for law enforcement agencies, which has been on our radar for quite some time now, is continuing its wild ride. Digital Ally Inc. shares soared 79% on Tuesday to close at $33.41. That is a 400% gain following last Friday's close and a 900% gain since June. So why has Digital Ally shares skyrocketed? Shares have taken off in response to the civil unrest, which followed the police shooting of 18-year-old Michael Brown, an unarmed African-American teenager in Ferguson, Missouri last month.
You are unlawfully assembled, and you will be subject to arrest.
Massive protests decrying law enforcement use of excessive force have renewed calls to equipped police forces across the U.S. with high-tech individual body cameras, such as Digital Ally's First View HD body cam system. This week, upside comes as officers in Ferguson began wearing body camera devices on their uniforms this last weekend. Digital Ally and competitor Safety Visions donated about 50 cameras to the force. Ferguson Police Chief Tom Jackson has said that the officers are really enjoying using them. If not for the tragic shooting death in Ferguson, shares of Digital Ally may still be languishing in the $4 range. Let's hope Digital Ally's products can make a difference for law enforcement and civilians wherever they are deployed. Now to the winner and the loser and our picks for the week. The winner for this week is Scientific Games Corp, ticker symbol SGMS. Shares in the gaming technology company spiked nearly 18% on Thursday to close at $11.70. The jump came after Moody's announced an assigned debt rating to the company that came in as expected by the market. Scientific Games Corp is a leading developer of technology-based products, services, and content for the worldwide gaming and lottery markets. Basically, Moody's is laying the groundwork to downgrade the company's debt rating by one notch, which is in response to the Cygames multi-billion-dollar purchase of Bally's gaming properties, a purchase that Moody's agrees makes good strategic sense. And the loser for this week is Matrix Service Co., ticker symbol MTRX. Shares in the mega industrial services company plummeted nearly 22% on Thursday, dropping $6.27 to close at $22.86. The fall came on news that it missed analysts' expectations on Q4 earnings. Matrix Service Co. provides engineering, fabrication, construction, and maintenance services to a variety of industries, including oil, gas, power, and petrochemical markets. Well, those are our winners and losers for this week, and now it's time to check in on the gains that you could have locked in by following the weekly watch list from Robert James and Viral Stocks. Well, that's enough about this week. Now let's turn to BayStreet.ca's look at the week ahead and the snapshot of what analysts are forecasting for companies whose earnings reports are coming out next week. Here are 3 U.S. stocks to watch. First up on Monday is Campbell's Soup Co. with an EPS forecast of 49 cents compared to 45 cents in the prior year quarter. The soup giant announced this summer the launch of more than 200 new products in fiscal 2015 to meet consumer changing tastes, preferences, and needs. Next up on Tuesday is Krispy Kreme Donuts with an EPS forecast of 16 cents compared to 14 cents in the prior year quarter. Finally, on Thursday is Lululemon Athletica Inc. with an EPS forecast of 29 cents compared to 39 cents in the prior year quarter. Now here are 3 Canadian stocks to watch next week. First up on Monday is Evertz Technologies Limited with an EPS forecast of 26 cents compared to 16 cents in the prior year quarter. Next up on Thursday is Alarm Force Industries Inc. with an EPS forecast of 16 cents compared to 1 cent in the prior year quarter. And finally on Friday is BRP Inc. with an EPS forecast of 8 cents compared to 7 cents in the prior year quarter. Over the summer, BRP added more than 50 new Evinrude dealers to its rapidly expanding dealer network, extending from Florida to Alberta. And that wraps it up, guys. Thanks again so much for joining us for another weekly market wrap-up. Before you head out for the weekend, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel or podcast on iTunes and find us on Facebook and on Twitter. For Viral Network News and BayStreet.ca, I'm Hannah Bernard.